everybody. My name is Ryan, and welcome back to MLB The Show, where we're going to continue to try to build the Kansas City Royals into a World Series team. So I've done a little bit in the offseason. I've simulated most of the offseason off camera. I'm going to take a look at the roster. So I let go of a few people. Starting rotation is probably going to be Brady Singer. As you can see here, 3.10 ERA. Which is improvement, been a solid improvement every year of his career so far. He's looking very solid. Jose Urquidy, who's put up, a good, decent half or so of a year in Kansas City in 2021 and put up a solid year in 2022. I'm going to keep around Chris Bubich. He had an off year in 2022, although, kind of a learning experience. I'm going to keep around J.C. Cloney, who showed major improvement as a potential starting pitcher in 2022. Jace Vines, who showed major improvement. And I'm thinking about that being my starting five, although I wouldn't rule out John Park possibly seeing some action as a starting pitcher. We will be seeing some new folks. Matt Tabor, I'm going to give him a chance. The bullpen has been revamped a bit. I have also traded for some people. I have now welcomed, there's somebody I welcomed. I'm trying to find them. Well, I traded for somebody, and I can't find them now. Well, I'll find them eventually. I do not know why I can't find the person I just traded for. I just before I hit record, I traded for somebody, and now I can't find them. Interesting. Well, anyway, I did trade away Hunter Dozier for this pitcher who I can't seem to find anywhere. Was it Andres Munoz? No, it couldn't have been because Hold on. Now I have to find this person. Yeah, I gotta find this person here. Who I just traded for them. Matt Tabor has no stats. Can't be him. Can't be Darwinson. Can't be Josh Dumont. Can't be Adam Hamill. Wow, I cannot find this person anywhere. Hold on. All transactions. Okay, shut up. Trades. Let me find Royals. Just to make sure I'm not going insane. I know I traded Hunter Dozier a little while ago. Now, hold on. I know I made a trade. Hunter Dozier's not there. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'm not even going to talk about that. Salvador Perez. So Salvador Perez, I'm going to keep him around. Might possibly be someone we trade away. I am going to trade away Cam Gallagher. I'm actually going to do that right now, as a matter of fact. I'm going to see what I can get for him. Because MJ Melendez is going to take over. He'll probably, have some time catching. What can we get for him in terms of right pitcher? Jordan Hicks. I mean, I'd be surprised if we could get him. I just want to acquire someone decent to spice up the bullpen. In its current state, the bullpen was one of the team's struggles last year. So, if I could get someone decent, heck, like Archie Bradley, like if I go down to relief pitcher and I throw in someone like Adam Hamill, then I've got myself a deal. So there we go. I still really wonder who that pitcher was. All right, so I got myself a deal. Cam Gallagher's gone. We now have Archie Bradley in the bullpen. So, yes. Salvador Perez, Rhino Hearn. I'm going to let him continue with a role at first base, although I'm going to start introducing Nick Prado. Whit Merrifield, going to keep him around because have a solid second baseman yet, so I'll keep Whit Merrifield around. Cody, who I still don't really know how to pronounce his last name, I'm going to let him go full on at third base. He really showed some good stuff in his first year, and I mean, I'm just going to let him go all out with it. Nikki Lopez, I think we're going to actually have Bobby Witt at shortstop. I might let Nikki Lopez try out second base, see if he can improve, but until he improves at bat, then I'm not going to be ready to dedicate myself to Nikki Lopez. I'm sorry. It's just, his bat is bad. Andrew Benintendi, we're going all the way with him. He has had 2 amazing offensive seasons in a row, and he's improving, and we have him on a big contract. Kyle Isbell, hoping he shows some further improvement. His first year, he struggled a little bit at bat. If he can get that worked out, great. Eric Pena, definitely going to be keeping an eye on him. Fran Reyes, once again, I'm just hoping he continues with the consistency. But let's go ahead and get some lineups ready. Pitching rotation. This is what I think it will look like in terms of that. John Park will be a long relief pitcher. Wait, hold on. No. I actually will change my mind on that. Jace Vines, while he showed a lot last year, he has not shown as much as John Park did last year. So I'm going to let John Park become a starter off the bat. I'll let Jace Vines take over at long relief pitcher. Closing pitcher will not be Josh Dumont. He didn't prove himself last year. It's going to be Kenny Carrillo. Hope I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. Daniel Teo, we could give him a chance. He didn't pitch a whole lot last year, but when he did, he was good. So we'll give him a chance there. We'll take a look at batting lineups. Andrew Benintendi in left, Bobby Witt at short, Merrifield at second, Reyes in right, Perez at catcher, Cody at third. I don't want Kyle Isbell at first. We're going to go with Ryan O'Hearn at first. Nikki Lopez is not DHing. Who is, though? Let's see here. Considering Nikki Lopez is struggling with hitting. You know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to try Nikki Lopez at DH, and I'm going to see what he can do. Because he has struggled at bat, maybe. If we just let him bat, it'll help. We're going to see, though. Eric Mejia. Eric Mejia. I'm going to go ahead and let Kyle Isbell go ahead. I will go ahead and put Eric Mejia, and I'll leave him in center in these scenarios. Let's see here. I'm going to let Nikki Lopez try out second here. I'm going to let Cody go full on there. I will go ahead and bring up MJ Melendez. I want to give him more of a role. And I think in these situations, I'll go ahead and let him. And sorry, Nikki, but I'm going to go ahead and try him out at DH. In first base here, I'm going to go ahead and go with... We're going to go ahead and use this extra slot we have here to pull up Nick Prado. We're going to get him ready. And at first base in these situations, it'll be Nick Prado, he did have a little bit of action last year, but he wasn't bad, but he only had 32 at-bats. Merrifield at second here, O'Hearn first. No, we're not having DH for him. I'll go ahead and Melendez DH. Cody, I'll put him at third. Nikki's going to be it. I'll go ahead and I'll let Nikki shortstop here. Eric Mejia, sorry. Wait, no. Kyle Isbell. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spread out the role that these players get as much as possible so that I can figure out who is best at who should I keep, who should I get rid of, stuff like that. Okay, so I think I've got a decent set of lineups and everything figured out. And of course, obviously, adjustments can be made if something were not to work out. Now I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of spring training and see how we do. All right, we got off to a good start, but in the end, we're going to have a losing record. We have possible contract extensions, but we'll see how everyone did. Brady Singer put up another good one. Urquidy looked good. Bubic did not. Now, if Bubic has 2 bad years in a row, then I might have to entertain replacing him. Cloney didn't do well at all. Vines, he did well. Park didn't do that well. Yikes, things are not looking too good. Um, Bullpen looked all right, an exception of Andres Munoz. He's very young. Kenny Carrillo, he shined. I might let Guillermo Valencia get a shot. Salvador Perez, atrocious batting. MJ Melendez, not a lot better. O'Hearn, atrocious. Prado, decent. Merrifield, decent. Alberto, bad. Okay, this might be a bit of a rough year. And of course, as I said, this series won't go on forever. If it takes me too long, I may eventually have to throw in the towel. First game is going to be an L. Second game is a W, and we end up splitting in the series. So we now have a 3-game series against the Angels. We're going to split in the first 2 games and then end up losing the series. Against Cleveland, we will go ahead and lose the series, so we have yet to win our first series. Against Minnesota, we'll finally pick up our first series win. Against Toronto, we will be almost swept, but we're able to pick up a win in the end. Brady Singer, well, I'll go ahead and break down stats at the end of the month like I have in the first 3 parts. We then get swept by Minnesota. Against Oakland, we start with a win, and then we end up losing the second game. So, first month, Brady Singer had a bit of a rough month. Gave up a lot of home runs, a lot of runs, a lot of hits. Hopefully he can get back on track. Urquidy had a very rough month, particularly, he couldn't even pick up a single win. Urquidy had a very bad month. Chris Bubic picked up the slack. He's having a good month. He was 2-0. Didn't lose a game for the team. Cloney, bit of a rough month, not as rough as some of the others, but overall he struggled to get wins. Just struggled overall. Jace Vines had a rough month also. He was getting particularly blown up on home runs. He gave up 5 in the first month. John Park had a very good month. 27 innings, 1.63 ERA. Very good for him. So Archie Bradley put up very good. Good month. Same goes for Andres Munoz, Josh Dumont. Darwinson Hernandez struggled, and he has not yet really put up a good stat line. If he continues to struggle, I'm going to have to move on from him. This is his 3rd year in Kansas City, and he's yet to put up a good stat line. Nat Tabor, honestly, for his first month, we used him a lot, clearly. He's got 22.2 innings, the most out of any of these guys by a long shot, and he held up, 4.37. Kenny Carrillo wasn't used a whole lot, but he didn't, to his credit, he didn't give up any runs. I still think he's got a lot of potential. Catcher, Salvador Perez, batted. He really struggled at bat. MJ Melendez was really good when he was batting, so who knows? This could be the end in Kansas City for Salvador Perez if he struggles at bat much more. Ryan O'Hearn put up a very good month at bat this month. He had 5 home runs. Just overall good batting by him. Nick Prado, he put up a good month. He's not even. Why is he sent down? Well, he put up a good month in AAA. So we'll see. It's because of Hanser, Alberto, and Eric Mejia. All right, I'm sending Eric Mejia down because he didn't do very well. Merrifield is on fire. I'm gonna move Nick Prado back up. Merrifield was absolutely on fire. Glad I didn't get rid of him. Cody struggling a little bit. He's nearly matched his ABs from last year though, so I'll give him a minute. He's very young. Gutierrez didn't have any at bats. Nikki Lopez struggled at the plate again, so this could be it for him in Kansas City. Bobby Witt Jr. A few struggles at the plate overall. I'm not terribly worried. Andrew Benintendi, a surprising struggle for him. He does not normally have struggles at the plate. We'll see if he can get him worked out. Kyle Isbell had a very good month. He was hitting well. Eric Pena, decent for the few at-bats he had. Franmil Reyes stays hot, and that is your first month of this season, our third season, I believe. Yeah, I think it's our third season, and we will see what happens next. So, second month, we're 9-13. We go ahead and get a win to take the series against Oakland. If you recall, we won the first and then lost the second in the first month. Then against the White Sox, we pick up the first game, we pick up a win. In the second game, we take a pretty heavy loss though, and then can't pick it up in the third game. In a series against Minnesota, we take the first game, lose the second game, and win the third game. If you're noticing a pattern here, we have struggled to get off to 2-win starts in most series. In fact, I don't actually know if we've done it in any series yet. Yeah, we've only actually won 2 in a row twice, and that is against the Texans, against the Rangers, and against the Twins. But neither was the start of a series, so we have not actually started the series with 2 wins. We do split a series against St. Louis, and now we go to Cleveland. We start with a win and a loss again, but we lose, not being able to pick up the series. Against Detroit in a 3-game series, we end up winning 2-1, so we can't even do it against Detroit. Against Cleveland, we start the series with a win, pick up a loss, and then pick up a win. In a series against Detroit, we lose our first game, win our second, and win our third. So we're 21-22. Against Baltimore, we pick up a win, pick up a loss, and then end up winning in the end. Against Milwaukee, we lose our first, win our second, and win our third. So this month, still a bit of inconsistency. Oops, I accidentally simulated the draft. So at the end of this month, still a bit of inconsistency, as in, can't get the whole 2 wins thing. And, we've not been able to start a series with 2 wins. But overall, better month than last month. We're up with a winning record now. We'll take a look at who did what. Brady Singer has continued to struggle. We will hope he can get it worked out. He has picked up the pace in terms of winning games, but not in terms of his ERA. Jose Urquidy has gotten it under control. His ERA is back under 4. You love to see it. Bubic continuing to have another good season, productive, not giving up many home runs. J.C. Cloney, he's wrangling it back in. Yes, he needs to get his ERA down a little bit, but could be worse for sure. Jace Vines, he's starting to wrangle it in. He had a decent month. John Park, he had a good month. I really think he's got some potential in him. Although he's 5-1. So Archie Bradley, very good month for Archie Bradley. He's continuing. I think he was a very good pickup for this team. Josh Dumont, he's having a very good season, but last season was terrible. So he's got to get some consistency down before I'm really ready to make a move on him, especially considering he's 29 years old. Andres Munoz, he's starting to pick up the pace. Love to see it. Hernandez is really struggling. I'm going to send him down to AAA. And I will bring up Holden Caps. Never has had a moment in the MLB, and I think that I will add him to the 40-man and bring him up now. So welcome, Holden. He is here now. Matt Tabor, he is actually doing very well for his first season in the MLB. 3.28 ERA. Love to see it. Kenny Carrillo has not been used much. That's got to change. But, when he's been here, he's been good, but he's just hasn't been used much. So, Kenny Carrillo, I'm going to move him to closing pitcher. I'm sorry, Archie Bradley, but I think Kenny deserves it. Salvador Perez continuing to struggle. 1 more month, and I'd say it's time to trade him. MJ Melendez, he is starting to get hot. So, yeah, there you go. O'Hearn having a good month again. His batting is continuing to impress me. Nick Prado, 4.29 average. So he's coming into the MLB with something to say. Second baseman, Whit Merrifield, he has cooled off this month, but his average is still decent. Only got 4 home runs, but he's got 51 hits. Hopefully he can, kick it up in the next month. Hanser Alberto, He's having a good season at the plate. So Cody, something. He's picking up the pace at bat. Kelvin Gutierrez is doing nothing. Nikki Lopez, he's picking up the pace, but not enough that I'm not enough that I'm exactly wanting to keep him if he keeps that up. Bobby Witt Jr. struggling a little bit, but not enough that I'm ultra concerned either. Andrew Benintendi, he is picking up the pace at the plate. This is still would go down as his worst year in Kansas City, but he is picking up the pace. Kyle Isbell, he is starting to pick up the pace as well, as he's actually getting off to a pretty good start, considering he's only 24. Franmil Reyes, whew, man, he is doing good. So is Eric, and Eric Payne is doing good as well. Gonna go ahead and sign our draft picks. I actually simulated our number one pick, Brad Couch, 46 overall. I'm gonna go ahead and sign him, but yikes. Ooh, yikes, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, goodness. Oh, our draft picks are... Oh, man. Okay, at least we got this guy. He's the only good pick. He's the only good pick. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. That is rough. Okay, third month. Second month was good. Let's keep it rolling. In a series against Tampa Bay, we won game 1, lost game 2, won game 3, and lost game 4. And against Minnesota, we lost 1-2. Against the White Sox, we won game 1, won game 2. I can't believe it. We just won the first 2 games of a series. Then we won the third one. So we're going to beat them in a series, but couldn't quite pull out the brooms and get the sweep, though. In a series against the New York Yankees, we won the first 2 games again and ended up sweeping them. Against the Chicago White Sox, we didn't sweep them, but we won the series. So we're picking up the pace, really, in this third month of baseball. Boston, against Boston, we would lose the first 2 games of the series and end up losing the third one to be swept. The Seattle Mariners, we won the first 2 games against them, ended up pulling out, winning the third, and then we lost the fourth. But we still won the series 3-1. Against Cincinnati, we got swept, and then again in the first game of the series against the Angels, we won it. So we're 40-36 at the end of the third month. Brady Singer is starting to calm down. He had a very good month of baseball. Urquidy continuing to keep it rolling. He's keeping the ball rolling with yet another good year. Chris Bubich, he is starting to wrangle it in as well. He's having a good, yeah. J.C. Cloney, he is starting to lose his stuff a little bit. I'd say if his ERA is over 5 by the end of the year, I'm gonna have to reconsider my plans for him. Jace Vines, he's pulling together all right. John Park continuing to have yet another good year. 8-1 record this year. Archie Bradley, good season for Archie Bradley. I mean, what can I say? Andres Munoz, good season for him. Josh Dumont, good season for him. Hernandez, he's doing all right in the minor leagues, but I still don't know what I think. Holden Caps, oh man, he hasn't even allowed his first run yet, so he's doing pretty good. Matt Tabor, he's doing good. Kenny Carrillo, he's doing good. He's having a good season so far. Salvador Perez, his batting is still bad, so I'm gonna have to hold true to what I did. I'm gonna have to trade him. For him, what can we get? We need a solid second baseman. So if we could get a prospect second baseman, like how about this guy? Or maybe someone who's a little bit better. Because Whit Merrifield's probably going to go soon. If we could get this guy, all right, we take him, go ahead and trade away Darwin's and Hernandez, and then throw in someone bad like Jake Kalish, then we now have our second baseman replacement. Lineups, we'll go ahead and go to lineups. So on lineups now, I'll go ahead and keep Whit Merrifield for this year. Oh, he is really dropping off. Well, I'd say if he continues to decline like that, he'll probably have to go too. We're going to go ahead and make MJ Melendez, who is hotter than a firecracker right now. We're going to go ahead and make him the catcher. Hated to do it to Salvador Perez. I really did, because I'm a Royals fan myself, and I like Salvador Perez, so watching him struggle like that and then having to trade him is depressing. That's why I kept pushing it off, but I had to do it. I stand by that. Okay, I do. So, catcher Salvador MJ Melendez, he's doing very well, although he doesn't have a ton of at-bats yet. This is his first year in the league. Ryan O'Hearn, 289 average, batting 228. That's probably about the most unrealistic thing about this game, that Ryan O'Hearn would have a good batting average. Nick Prado, he's doing pretty good. I think he'll be ready next year. Whit Merrifield really starting to dip off, so I'm going to have to see. I'm going to have to reconsider maybe my plans for him. Hanser Alberto, decent at bat. You know, that's kind of what we have him for. Cody, struggling this season. He seems to be a bit up and down this year. Gutierrez finally got some at-bats. Can't believe it. Bobby Witt Jr. having a good offensive season. I mean, really, 80 overall at 21 years old, sky's the limit for him. Nikki Lopez is improving at the plate. I'd say if he continues to do it to this season, then I would be interested in bringing him back, which we still have one more year on his contract. Benintendi, staying good at the plate. I mean, not as good as the previous years, but he's still playing well. That's all I can ask. Kyle Isbell, good season at the plate for him. Pena, he's fallen off a little bit, but he is so young. Franmil Reyes, good season again. What can I say? So, fourth month, here we go. We lost Game 2 against the Angels, but pulled together to win Game 3. In a series against Detroit, we won Game 1, lost Game 2, pulled together for Game 3, and then pulled off Game 4, winning the series. Against the White Sox, we won Game 1, we went ahead and took Game 2, and then took Game 3. We were 47-38, 6 games out of the lead of our division. Against the Detroit Tigers, we lost Game 1, won Game 2, but unfortunately couldn't pull it together for Game 3. Against Tampa Bay, whoa, never mind. We've been offered a trade. Joe Kelly is who we'd be getting. 74 overall, declining pitcher, but he's had a good season. He's a relief pitcher. And Juan Chavez, who has not even played in the MLB, for Whit Merrifield. Well, I'm going to be honest. Whit Merrifield's hot again, so I really think I could get more out of him. So I'm going to decline that. Against Tampa Bay, we failed to win Game 1, unfortunately. Pulled off Game 2, and then we went ahead and won Game 3. Now we are at the half point of the season. We are 50-41, but the month is not over, so I'm not yet going to be reviewing stats. Against Seattle, we couldn't win Game 3, failed to win Game 2, but pulled off Game 3. Against Detroit, we ended up winning the series with a 2-0 comeback. I've noticed we're starting a trend now where we're losing first games. And then we ended up splitting in the first 2 games of a Chicago series, 54-45 at the end of month 4. Brady Singer is continuing to wrangle it in with another solid month. Urquidy, what can I say? Another solid month from him. What do we expect, though? Chris Bubich, he's continuing to pull it in. He's having yet another good season, if you ask me. J.C. Cloney, he's pulling it in a little bit, but I need to see it faster. Jace Vines, he is struggling. It's about all I can say. He's struggling. So I think I'm going to send him down to AAA, and I'm going to introduce a new option. John Park is having another good year. That's about all there is to that. Bradley, good. Mano's good. Dumont, good. Caps, he allowed his first, his first 2 runs, but he's having a good year nonetheless. Matt Tabor having a very good season, and I think we are going to go ahead and introduce Daniel Teo. He had a very good season last year, and I think he deserves a shot this year. Kenny Carrillo is I'm glad I gave him a chance because he is continuing to impress me. MJ Melendez is staying hot at the plate. O'Hearn, good, doing good. Nick Prado, doing good. Merrifield, doing good. Alberto, doing good. This guy, doing good. Alberto, doing good. Cody, doing better. Gutierrez, not doing better. Bobby Witt Jr., he's having a good year. Got 5 home runs. Nikki Lopez, he is having a bad month again. This could be a serious factor as to whether or not we keep him. Andrew Benintendi, whoa, he heated up fast. Okay. Center field, Kyle Isbell, struggling. So is Eric Pena. Brandon Reyes, though, he's staying hot. So, welcome to the 5th month. First of all, today's trade deadline. We ended up losing the series against the Chicago Cubs. Lost a game. We ended up losing the series to the Indians. That's pretty crucial, as we're now starting to get into crunch time. All right, then we got swept by Minnesota. So this is not the time for this, like at all. Against Cleveland, we lost a series. So Royals and then we pull off a win against Detroit. So, all right, maybe we're going to save ourselves just in time. This Houston Astros series is important. We're not going to pull that off. So Royals are skidding at the wrong time, and we are falling hard. This awful month for the Kansas City Royals. Just bad. I guess we're heading into the 6th month. I don't even know what to say. We had a playoff chance. We just killed it there. We're going to jump back over 500 in the beginning of this month. Strong start. But the strong start is... Okay, never mind. I was about to say squandered. Never mind. It is squandered. We fell back under 500. And now an inconsistent 6th month of the season appears to be what awaits us. And an inconsistent month, a terrible month followed by a inconsistent month is how we will end our season, with a losing record of 80-82, failing to make the playoffs. Brady Singer had actually so far his worst season on record, giving up 25 home runs. That's actually about as many as he averages a year. But let's hope he can get back on track. Jose Urquidy put up another good season. J.C. Cloney, he struggled a bit. I'm gonna have to see what I'll do with him. Chris Bubich, he struggled again, so he had a particularly bad couple of months apparently. But I'm gonna have to see what to do with him. Jace Fines didn't do particularly well. John Park, he had a good season again. 15-7 record. Archie Bradley, good season. Good season actually for most of the bullpen, it appears. Holden Caps. We'll see how Matt Tabor did. He ended up slumping a bit, but good first season. Daniel Teo, he struggled a bit more this year. Carrillo had another good year for him, although he failed to get a win, but he had 37 saves and 2 blown saves. Melendez struggled a bit at the plate, but it is his first year. O'Hearn actually had another good year at the plate. That's, like I said, the only unrealistic thing about this game. Nick Prado, good season. Considering how few at-bats he had. Whit Merrifield, out with a broken arm. Mejia, this season just ended up not being the one that we were hoping for. Because now it is... so that's another season without a postseason appearance. We're hoping that it'll happen next year. So anyway, that is... let's see here. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Is this second or third? Is this 3rd or 4th episode? I don't remember. This is the 3rd episode of trying to build a World Series team out of the Kansas City Royals. I don't know what my limit is. If I'm up to 10 episodes and I still have not built a World Series team, or even a playoff team for that matter, then I think I'm going to throw in the towel, guys. But we're not there yet. This is part 3. So anyway, I will see you guys later. Expect more videos in the week. I have a video coming up. I'm going to be doing part 2 of Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, and I will be doing a stream sometime this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, so be here for that. Anyway, without further ado, I am going to go. That was a weird sign-off I just did, but I will see you later in the week with more content. Bye-bye.